All right, here we go. WNBA's officials exposed blatantly cheating for A'ja Wilson. I mean, this is blatant cheating. Brianna Stewart pissed off about it after the game, and she was had to speak to the media. This is nasty.
Welcome back to the channel, buddy. If you thought the professional basketball world was finally ready to calm down, you are completely mistaken. We have one of the most chaotic, twist-filled, and controversial weekends in league history to break down today. On one side of the country, we have an absolute hostile takeover in Portland, featuring a phenomenal, record-breaking performance and a highly controversial player silencing and aggressively booing arena. But on the other side, we have a major officiating scandal that has completely divided the fan base. We are talking about the New York Liberty, the Las Vegas Aces, and a highly questionable final-second referee decision that left superstar Brianna Stewart absolutely furious during the post-game press conference. Was a controversial call made to protect A'ja Wilson in the biggest moment of the game? Did the officials ruin a potential game-tying comeback? Do not skip a single second of this video, buddy, because we are diving into the historic performances and unbelievable controversies that are shaking the sport to its very core. Hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into this incredible story. Let's set the scene in Portland, Oregon, where the Indiana Fever rolled into the Moda Center to face the Portland Fire. Before the players even stepped onto the hardwood, the tension surrounding this matchup was absolutely suffocating. Outside the arena, a large pregame rally was taking place over Fever guard Sophie Cunningham and her recent, highly publicized comments regarding transgender athletes. The atmosphere was electric, and the crowd was clearly ready to make its voice heard. When Cunningham finally checked into the game midway through the first quarter, the entire Moda Center erupted. But they weren't cheering for her buddy. Cunningham was immediately greeted with a loud, deafening wave of boos from the Portland crowd. The pressure inside that building was astronomical. Most players would have completely crumbled under that level of hostility and negative energy. But what did Sophie Cunningham do? How did she respond to an entire arena turning against her?
And this is what you guys do. Come on, man. The fix is in. They are just trying to give A'ja Wilson everything at this point. They are literally trying to give her everything. Jonquel Jones, no one on the Liberty is close to her with the ball. Look at that. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. WNBA refs. I want an investigation. Okay? Enough is enough. Like, the cheating has to stop. She's a great player without the refs being in her back pocket. That's just how I feel. She's a great enough player without having the refs in her back pocket. And of course, let me see. She shoots another 11 free throws. I mean, the girl shoots 11, 12, 13, 14 free throws a game. She's getting calls like this. Brianna Stewart, not happy about it in the post-game presser.
She completely flipped the script and embraced the chaos. Shortly after entering the hostile environment and hearing the crowd's extreme displeasure, Cunningham caught the basketball, squared up, and buried a huge three-pointer that extended the Fever's early lead to 14-8. She didn't back down for a single second. Instead, she fed off the negative energy, embracing the ultimate villain role in that arena, and finished the game with a crucial 13 points to help keep her team rolling. But while Cunningham was silencing the crowd with her shooting, another player was busy rewriting the history books. We have to talk about Caitlin Clark, because what she is doing on the basketball court right now is simply not normal. The league is desperately trying to figure out how to stop her, and against the Portland Fire, she delivered an absolute offensive masterpiece. Clark completely dismantled the Fire's defensive game plan, leading the Indiana Fever to a dominant 112-98 victory. It marked their fifth straight win, and the offense was completely unstoppable right now. But the individual numbers are what truly have the sports world in shock. Caitlin Clark finished with an incredible 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists.
Once that third quarter rolled around, Stephanie White said, "Hey, slow it down, man. We got to get Kelsey Mitchell this 20-point game real quick." And Kelsey Mitchell just kept shooting until she got that 20-point. We have to keep the streak alive. Oh boy. Caitlin Clark with her fourth career triple-double, 26 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell, 13 straight games with 20-plus points, tied with Diana Taurasi for the second longest streak. She is now looking at A'ja Wilson. She has a good amount of games to go to get the A'ja Wilson 20-point game streak. But Kelsey Mitchell, she is on her way there. Before we get into the highlights, let's check the box score. Like I said, Indiana Fever came out hot, 27 points in the first quarter, 29 points in the second quarter, 34 points in the third quarter, and that fourth quarter rolls around. Woo! That fourth quarter rolled around. I did think in that fourth quarter, Caitlin Clark was, we were triple-double hunting. We were triple-double hunting. She could have had 30. She could have had an easy 35 if she wasn't triple-double hunting and looking for assists that Aaliyah Boston continued to pass up. Oh, wow. Great pass from Caitlin Clark to Aaliyah Boston, and Aaliyah Boston does a hockey assist to Kelsey Mitchell. Oh, nice pass. Caitlin Clark finding Aaliyah Boston, and Aaliyah Boston gives the ball to Kelsey Mitchell. Yeah, we saw too many of that, especially in the second half. Kelsey Mitchell, 26 points on 21 shots.
Buddy, that was her fourth career triple-double. To put that incredible achievement into perspective, she's now tied with Sabrina for the third most triple-doubles in league history, and she accomplished it in just her 78th career game. She is playing basketball on an entirely different level than anyone else right now. With that stat line, Clark also became the fastest player in league history to reach 1,500 points and 650 assists. The previous record belonged to the legendary Sue Bird, who reached the milestone in 116 games. Clark completely shattered that mark, getting there 38 games faster. The Fever pulled away in the third quarter, building a commanding 18-point lead. Even when Portland made a late push in the fourth quarter, Clark calmly knocked down clutch free throws in the final minute to seal the victory.
Honestly, today, we lost, we lost by 5, and there's things that we could have done different, and there's calls that could have gone our way.
Yeah, there's definitely calls that could have gone your way. There's definitely, I saw a major call with that ref cheating that could have went your way. WNBA got to get it together, man.
But the fact that we were fighting, we were in it for 40 minutes, and it's hard to have improvement off of a loss, but I want to say this is improvement because it's we didn't have to dig ourselves out of a hole. We didn't have to do all these things. We were just playing basketball. We were playing basketball against a good team, and they made more plays than us. And sometimes that's the way it goes. And now we move on and we look forward to Saturday.
Thanks, everyone.
Was that out of bounds in the fourth quarter? Did you have a good look on that?
Yeah, I did. So did Asia. She was walking back to half court.
With their.
Did you hear that? She says, so did Asia. She was walking back to half court. Crazy work, man. Crazy work.
Star power and scoring ability. You try to pick and choose where we think we can win some of the battles. And yeah, she didn't have a great first half, maybe scoring wise, but Young does. So this is a really tough team playing here, third time this season. We had a chance to win. We gave ourselves a chance, and I'm really happy with the way the group fought back, and we were pretty resilient. And again, we had a chance at that.
And then just your spark off the bench over there.
She started.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, starter.
Now take a deep breath, buddy, because we have to shift to the massive officiating controversy that completely overshadowed the rest of the weekend. While the Fever were dominating in Portland, an all-out battle was unfolding between the New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces. These are two powerhouse teams, and the highly anticipated matchup was a nail-biter from the opening tip to the final buzzer. In the end, the Aces escaped with a razor-thin 104-99 victory, but the final score doesn't tell the full story of how the game actually ended. Furious fans are now demanding a full investigation into the officiating. Here's exactly what happened during the highly controversial closing moments. With 17.9 seconds remaining, the tension was at an all-time high. The Aces were holding on to a narrow 98-95 lead. Las Vegas superstar Asha Wilson, who had a dominant performance with 33 points and 10 rebounds, drove hard against Liberty defender Jontel Jones. During the drive, Wilson appeared to lose control of the basketball and it bounced out of bounds. Everyone inside the arena, along with millions watching at home, believed the ball had clearly gone off Wilson. It looked like it should have been New York's possession, giving them one final opportunity to tie the game with a clutch three-pointer. But in a shocking twist, the officials pointed the other way, ruling that the ball had gone off New York. That's when the situation became a complete nightmare for the Liberty. The team had already used its only coach's challenge earlier in the game. With no challenges remaining, they were helpless and unable to force the referees to review the highly questionable, potentially game-changing call. The Aces kept possession, Jackie Young was fouled, knocked down her clutch free throws, and the game was effectually over.
15 points, 3 rebounds for Michaela Timpson. Outside of Caitlin Clark, I gotta say this. Outside of Caitlin Clark, I might have the most faith in Michaela Timpson to make a layup on this team. No bullshit. No bullshit. Outside of Caitlin Clark, I might have the most faith in Michaela Timpson to make a run-of-the-mill fundamental layup. To finish around the rim, even in traffic. Michaela Timpson right behind Caitlin Clark in terms of my faith in them. Ty Harris didn't really do much today, but I don't really expect Ty Harris to do much. She wasn't really a negative on the floor today, so I will give Ty Harris that. Let's take a look at some of the footage, shall we? Impossible angle. This pass is nasty. Look at this dime. Look at this dime. Caitlin Clark, head up, head up. Kelsey cuts. Look at this. In between, she's passing in between 3 players before the ball even leaves her hand. And then, whoop, it passes a fourth by the time it gets to Kelsey. Caitlin Clark made a pass to Kelsey Mitchell that passed 4 Portland Fire players before it got to Kelsey Mitchell's hands. Nasty work for CC22. Caitlin Clark from anywhere. Caitlin Clark creates space and buries a deep 3. I love that little skip dribble she does as she sizes up her opponents. Up, in between, step back, 3, right in your face. You ain't guarding that. You ain't guarding that. And you know what? She lets them know right after. She lets them know, you can't guard that shit. You can't guard that. In that first half,
Liberty superstar Brianna Stewart, who finished with 26 points and 11 rebounds, was absolutely furious about the way the game ended. After the final buzzer, she didn't hold back for a single second during the postgame press conference. Stewart openly criticized the officiating, saying she believed even Aja Wilson knew the referees had gotten the call wrong. When reporters directly asked Stewart if she truly thought the decision was incorrect, she responded with complete confidence, saying, "Yeah, I did. So did Aja." She was walking back to half-court buddy when an offensive player immediately starts heading back on defense after a loose ball. They usually know they lost possession. Stewart, pointing out that specific detail, has the internet in an absolute uproar, with outraged fans accusing the officials of protecting the Aces superstar during a crucial moment. Buddy, the drama in this league is absolutely unprecedented and unlike anything we've seen before.
Let's see. Chris, you guys are giving up the most threes this month, and they shot 46% from deep tonight. I guess, what do you think is going on with your guys' perimeter defense in particular, especially? I mean, there's layers to that, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, they hit some open ones, then they hit some tough ones, but you can't take everything away. So I think in general, like, we want to definitely protect the three-point line, but against this team especially, like, they're very good in the paint. Like, we know that, and they got hot a little bit, and obviously we have to do a better job with our shot challenges, and probably earlier than that, probably just pursued and trying to get connected and not stress our bigs out. Like, you can't take away the rim, paint, and the three-point line. So I just think overall, like, we got to keep taking the right steps forward. And again, it's more about not the 3 going up, but what happens before that, and we just need to be attached a little bit more and continue to fight.
And Brianna, just like big picture on the defense for this month, it's definitely like dropped a little bit without Leo and Satu and all of that. But I guess just what do you think needs to change for you guys to be able to like up the intensity on that end and have more resistance?
I mean, I think, just continuing to be up and in a little bit more. Like that just means like everybody has a little bit higher pickup point based on their individual matchup. But like our defense is changing scheme to scheme based on the games. So I think that we're.
On one hand, we have Caitlin Clark breaking historic records on a nightly basis, while Sophie Cunningham silences an entirely hostile arena with undeniably clutch shooting. On the other hand, we have Brianna Stewart furious with the officials, claiming a blown out-of-bounds call robbed the Liberty of a fair opportunity to win a huge game. I need to hear from you in the comments section right now. Do you believe the referees intentionally protected Aja Wilson on that final play to secure the victory? And is Caitlin Clark currently putting together the greatest statistical season in the history of the sport? Drop your most passionate thoughts in the comments below. If you want more WNBA news, analysis, and the biggest stories, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all notifications, buddy. We'll see you in the next one.